it's Dynasty, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be starting a new series on my channel called Speedpaint Storytime, where I'll share stories and situations I've dealt with throughout the years. I'm really excited to start this, since I feel I don't talk about myself much, so this is a great way for you guys to learn more about me. Before we start, if you haven't, please consider subscribing if you want to see more of my content. But anyway, let's get into the video. So today's story is about my experience with an online stalker. Having a fanbase has its perks, but there's always a few bad seeds lurking around. Around 2020, there was an artist that I met back on DeviantArt, way before my Instagram journey started. I'll refer to them as Mike, so the story is easier to follow. Mike joined my art contest I was hosting that year, so this is how I discovered their work. Their entry was pretty cool, so of course I checked out their account. I soon discovered we had similar aesthetics. We both drew demons and were into demonology. I'm always happy to see more demon artists around, so I gave them a follow back without hesitation. Everything seemed fine at first, and they were super friendly. We didn't talk much, but we did like each other's artwork all the time. But eventually, things started to get weird. Mike started rebranding a bit and went by a new nickname, Mr. Devil. Now guys, everyone knows I've always referred to myself as Little Miss Devil, and fans also call me Miss Devil from time to time, so it was obvious they were inspired by me. Afterwards, they just so happened to list the exact same interests and dislikes in their bio. The writing style was also the same. It bothered me a bit, but I just shrugged it off at the time. Over time, something else changed. They randomly started to develop this Krampus story, like me. If you don't know, my project Realm of Dreams is about the daughters of Krampus and Santa and their goal to save Christmas. Y'all, it was no coincidence when they too made their own versions of Krampus and Santa's kids. And get this, the storyline was exactly the same. It was also about their characters saving Christmas, and in their story, there was also a character who went by the name the Candy Killer and happened to be a demon. Sound familiar? For the record, I don't own the concept of Krampus or Santa, and anyone is allowed to make their own versions of these classic characters. What bothered me was that my lore and story are both very specific, and they just so happened to post these concepts after we became mutuals. I was also suspicious since they copied my nickname shortly after we met, so I know I wasn't going crazy. Now fast forward months later, DeviantArt Eclipse happened, and most of the user base moved on to other sites. I happened to start fresh on Instagram, and a lot of my fans followed me there. Guess who moved there too? Yup, Mike. Mike followed me right away on Insta, but I never bothered following back since their past behavior was just super weird. I was still paranoid, so eventually I did check their account to see what they were up to. And what do you know? I find out they're still heavily referencing my art. They also copied dialogue and jokes from my short comics. At this point, I was fed up. I kept it to myself for so long, but I was finally ready to tell a friend about the situation. My friend also saw the similarities and agreed on the fact that they were clearly ripping off my ideas. But afterwards, the most unexpected thing happened. The very next day, after I told my friend, Mike deactivated their Instagram account. This was weird, since I never confronted Mike about any of their stealing. Did they feel guilty? Or maybe they were just tired of playing their little game. Y'all, to this day, it's still a mystery to me. When I think about it, I don't know why I didn't block them from the start. I think I used to have a bad habit of giving people the benefit of the doubt. The red flags were all there, and I should have done something about it earlier. Overall, that was the end of Mike, and I never seen them around again. Guys, if someone is making you uncomfortable, it's okay to unfollow them. It's okay to block them. Just do what's best for you. Question: do you have any online nightmare stories to tell? Feel free to share in the comments below. See you later, and thanks for watching.